Oh, that's just too slow. That one's too slow.
All right,
What is this slow?
let me get the other one. God, that's like a fart.
This bourbon smells good. Not the fart, though.
Yeah.
Did you fart?
All right, Mr. Producer, are you recording?
Are we rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. Thumbs up.
All right.
All right, this is the.
Our leading music.
This is pathetic.
It's fantastic.
Are you playing that with your dick?
Yeah,
I mean, what's going on?
No. I am an accomplished pianist.
A penis.
Pianist. Pianist.
I'm
He's an accomplished
pianist.
Dang it.
All right, that's good.
All right.
All right.
So we haven't quite hammered out the intro music.
Yeah, well, it needs
But
to be
we are
hammered.
live on this a Wednesday night edition.
Yeah. Why are we
That's-
doing Wednesday night?
Because you couldn't make it last night.
Yeah, this is your fault.
Oh.
And we have a guest tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Introduce,
What are we
introduce
gonna call
yourself,
him?
sir.
What do you want to call me?
Oh, wow.
You son of a bitch.
Yes.
There you go.
Start there.
Wow.
Just call me SOB.
What do you think, son of a bitch?
That's Brian.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me.
All right.
I made it through the 2.5 hours of the last one. It took me a couple of days, but
Wow.
Yeah, we've
see, a couple of days.
we've
Well, he
kind
takes
of
short shits,
Yeah.
so you're
yeah,
right.
we've kind of rethought that attempt, and we're breaking these up into smaller chunks.
So we have 90-minute podcasts. We do 2 in a night.
Yeah.
So-
We're doing a pre and
Yeah.
post show. It's basically like pre, which means, we're getting
Before
a
alcohol.
little seasoned, and then the post is kind of like, yeah, we're primed.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's when
Wheels off.
Sean gets saucy.
Yeah. Where everything
Sean.
gets loose.
there you go.
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't make it last time. Austin had he had a little CT going on,
Yeah.
and it turns out
Oh,
he
that's
didn't have a
right.
concert.
Oh, what?
The concert happened, but he didn't go.
Oh.
You skipped your concert, Mr. Producer?
He wasn't feeling well. He went to the doctor today, and just to let you guys know, he's COVID free.
Oh, that's reassuring.
The doctor said we had no problems with that. He's got a going to back to school note, so he's good to go. So if you guys
Okay.
are,
All right.
Well, it doesn't
Freaking
matter
about
to
that.
Paul anyway. He's got
No.
he's got antibodies
I'm
for 6
immune.
months.
I'm immune for life.
is it 6 months? I thought it was like 3.
3. Well,
I thought it was for life.
no, it's
It's
Paul.
for life.
We're talking about Paul here.
Oh, well,
I
this
have
is
I have
true.
super antibodies.
Do you?
It's for life.
really.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Dude,
I did an anal swab,
Did you stick your finger in your ass and smell it?
and I smelled it, and I couldn't. Wait. I could. Is it could smell it or couldn't smell it?
well, if you stick your finger in your butt, you cannot smell it. Then you've got COVID.
Oh,
Was it
shit.
Was it a three knuckler?
Were you?
If you
I
stick,
didn't stick my fist up my ass.
if you stick your
What's
finger
wrong with
in
you?
my butt and smell it, then you're just
Okay, I'm not
gay.
testing you for COVID, dumbass.
what? Were you constipated or something? So you
No,
shoving a?
no. I
Is that what you do? When
I
you're
really
constipated?
I didn't do an anal
You-
swab.
Gonna pop that hole.
No, you
But if you guys have seen that, if
Shove
you've
one
seen
of those,
if you've seen that
little
that
plunger.
meme,
little thing up your ass so you can poop.
Rooter.
if
Yeah.
you guys have seen that stick figure meme, if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it because it is
Is that
damn
the farting
funny.
hot dog thingy?
No, that is stupid,
Yeah, that was.
and that's TikTok.
that was
for ya.
Oh,
shut up.
highbrow entertainment.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
Oh, you talking about the little
Stick
stick
figure,
figure
the
dude that
COVID
smelled his
test.
fingers?
Yes, it's an anal
Ah.
test.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, moving on. All right, so what's the bourbon we're partaking in tonight?
Yes.
All right. What we got here is the. This is our first one. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to get to this. It's Four Roses. It's just the standard small batch.
All right.
So we got that. Very nice. Have you tried yours yet, Paul?
I have. I've tried Four Roses before, but
Well,
No, well, Four
not-
Roses is one of these. I want to say it's not, but it's one of these.
Oh, look at this! How
Oh,
unprofessional.
hi.
The wife is calling.
If you,
So you
yeah,
don't.
no,
So you don't
If you
turn
have-
your phone on?
yeah.
I
So
mean,
My bad.
I
Yes, you
put
do.
mine on mute so y'all
Yes.
wouldn't hear my text.
yeah, look, all of us are grabbing our phones and muting our phones. That's how prepared
already
we
did.
are.
I already did.
That's how professional we
Oh,
are. in
shut
this
up.
podcast.
I did.
Oh, you did not.
I turned it up actually to play Paul's theme song.
Oh,
It's like
God.
Nadia's theme. It's Paul's theme.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
that's special. Thank
All
you.
right, so this Four Roses small batch is typically something you'd see on the top shelf at a restaurant or something, but I don't get it because I think it's personally overpriced. It's an elegant bottle. It's got an elegant name, and it does have it's a fairly good bourbon.
Did you know
But-
that it is
Well, how much is it?
$30?
Yeah, it's like $30.
What
But
is that?
that's for the
Is that a
m-
.75?
the mid size. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
$7.50.
Yeah,
That's
750.
all we
That's what I
buy.
meant.
Yeah, that's all we buy.
So
Those size
so
bottles.
the mash bill of this, it's actually a blend. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not. Interesting.
Four Roses is actually a blend of two mash bills.
Oh, it's actually smooth. There's hardly
Yes.
any bite at all.
So this is a blend of one is 75% corn, 20% rye, and 5% malted barley.
That's a high rye.
The second one is 60% corn, 35% rye, 5% malted barley.
Wait, hold on. What are you telling me? Well, I just list off two different mash bills.
Because
Which one are we
I
drinking?
just told you it's a blend.
It's a blend of two
Oh,
different.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Hey,
My
when
bad.
you blend something, you put two
Okay.
things here,
Slow
you
down.
make it, and then you put it together.
Slow down. Walk me
Wow.
through this.
That's
Easy,
pretty
guys.
thick.
See, watch
Not
my
so
hands.
fast. Not so fast. All right. So you take two things.
Watch my hands.
Okay,
You
hold on.
blend them together. See?
I'm not getting it. I'm just not getting it.
Here's the church. Here's the steeple.
Yeah,
What?
that's right. You know, you
God
blend it.
almighty.
So anyway,
We
I
just
like
added
it.
a third person to make fun of me. That's all we did tonight.
This was actually one of the first bourbons that I bought as I was starting to get into bourbons.
Okay.
After you get past the the Jim Beam, the Jack Daniels, and the flavored shit and stuff like that, and the true first bourbon I got was actually this Four Roses.
Okay.
And then it kind of exploded from there.
It's solid. It's a solid bourbon. I like
Yeah.
it.
It is, and one day I'd like to go to the distillery for this.
Well, and it would be in Kentucky.
Correct.
Okay. Is it part of the Heaven Hill?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? The
No, it's-
Heaven
it's-
Hill family of distilleries?
Yes. No. It's its own thing.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
We can look that up later, but I'm pretty sure that's part of a broader family of bourbons.
It's
It might be.
it's the Kieran Brewing Company.
They may brew other types too.
Kieran.
Kieran.
K-I-R, like Kieran Ichiban. Kieran Brewing Company.
That sounds like a venereal disease.
Kieran?
Yeah, I know it's not, but it's
I guess that's how you say it. It's
Kieran
K-I-
Ichiban.
K-I. Well, that's a Japanese
My
beer.
bond itches.
So if you found a venereal disease, that's what you would name it?
I call it Rachikakov.
Is that Bulgarian?
It's that new Yugoslavian.
No, it's Slovak.
Slovakian. We're back on Slovakian. Oh my goodness.
Rachikakov.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I think the mix is good. They did a good job with it.
Right.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's a good experience. Would I
Yeah.
buy it? Yeah, I'd buy it, put it on the shelf. Would I drink it every day? No.
Is it a standard 80 proof?
It is 90, I believe. I think it's 45.
Okay.
Yep, it's 90 proof. So it's a step up. And
It actually tastes like they dumbed it down a little bit because it does. It's
Well, they
90 proof, but it's still.
well, they have
There's no bite.
there's a small batch select, and I think I've read the only difference is the proof.
Okay.
So it's the same mash bill, same everything, but the select is a higher proof, probably 100 is my guess.
Man, with all the different bourbons out there and the ability to blend and mix them all, it would be a very long exercise to find the perfect blend.
You got to be very careful too.
You know what I mean? I mean, 'cause
There's so many variables.
Different, different amounts of each, and
Well,
I mean,
I
there's
think-
like billions of variations.
But I think that the individual, like the mash bill for this particular one, they pick their own mash bills. Like they developed both of them. It's
Oh,
not
so
like
they're
they
not
took
like
Jim
taking-
Beam and Jack Daniels and mixed them
I
together.
think some do that. I think some do that.
What is that called? They make a standard bourbon, a generic bourbon is made out of MG.
Well, MGP
MGP,
is actually a distillery. It's a granary, right?
I don't know.
So it's the
Well, it
the
is.
base.
That's where a lot of the distilleries, not all of them, but a lot of them, you'll hear it's an MGP bourbon or a whiskey,
Okay.
and it's a granary. It's either in Illinois or Indiana, and
It's a
lot of them,
standardized mix.
yeah, and they buy it from there and they'll age it.
Right.
They have different mixes and shit like that. So they, but it all comes from the same place
No, there we go.
in the beginning.
All right. Well, that's the bourbon of the night.
My bourbon knowledge, that's about the extent of it. And I don't
God.
think that's 100% correct all
You're,
the time,
you're,
but
you're past me.
yeah, that's all that matters.
Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it.
Yeah, well done.
It's good for
You're better
tonight.
than me.
It's good for tonight. I like it. I don't think I would like this on a. I think it'd be too light with a cube. If you put a big ice in there, I think it'd be a little bit too diluted.
Too diluted.
I don't know if that's an example. I don't know if that's because we have reached that point where we're just fucking losers
Yeah.
and we can drink it. Like we just drank we did a starter of Captain Morgan's, and we're kind of like, boom, that wasn't all right. It was like nothing.
It's like cream soda.
Yeah, this is nothing. You know, I mean, it was still, we felt it, but it was, God bless.
You did a
What's
shot of
wrong with
cream
you?
soda.
Oh, I had like 12 cans of cream soda.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good right now.
Right.
All right.
So our first topic tonight, we're going to talk about the canines in our life
Oh, God.
and
Man's best friend.
man's best friend. And I think all of us here at this table have a dog or have had a dog in their life.
Yeah.
Probably multiple ones. I've had several, and my current one is a German Shepherd, and
Lady.
she's a rescue, and she's got her issues and stuff like that. She's very
Neurotic.
yes, is one of it. She's a very good dog.
Chaotic.
She's extremely loud. There is no soft bark. I don't know if there is on a dog, but her
Herdful, not to be confused with hurtful. Herdful.
yes, and
She likes to herd.
so her bark is extremely loud, and it's just
And nip
bombastic.
ankles.
and she I think she has some separation anxiety, and she's a herder, and she doesn't want people to leave. Specifically, which is weird, are teenagers.
Yeah, how can they tell the difference? I know seems like
I
a
don't know.
stupid question, but I mean, they very clearly, your dog very clearly has a different response to. I mean, our Mr. Producer's what, 18?
Yeah, he turns 18 this year.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
18. I mean, it's not a child. I mean,
Dogs can sense that. I mean, I've always heard about dogs protecting little kids. You know, whenever they're around little kids, they become protective. And then whenever, say you go in to discipline them, the dog kind of steps in the way and may growl
right.
at you.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, even
They get-
cats. I mean, it just even
Cats.
pets. Oh man, there's been several stories where cats have
Well-
stepped in. Like when a dog comes up and tries attacking a little kid, and the family cat will come out of nowhere. They got these little memes and
My cat used to. I had
Wow.
a cat. He lived for 19 years, and he was essentially my cat because he was a royal pain in the ass. And if me and the boys were wrestling when they were growing up and something like that, here comes Elvis, the black cat. He would jump on and,
Like claw or like,
just swat at the boys, right?
and be like, enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
that's funny.
You guys are too loud. We're screaming and
Hey,
having
you know
fun.
what was cool about? I've never met Elvis, but one of the stories that Jeff shared was that his cat would pee in the lavatory, go to the restroom, and
He would.
he'd get up on the toilet and he'd
For real?
For real, he taught himself that.
drop his nuggets right there.
I remember there was a
Did
stretch.
you teach him to flush?
No,
Oh.
I would like to.
Oh.
But there was a stretch where I would find piss on the floor, and I would blame the boys because they were 3, 5 at the time, and I was like, God, they keep missing the toilet, and it didn't smell like cat piss or anything like that. So I'd clean it up, and finally one night I woke up.
Did
and
the cat deuce in there?
No, never crapped in it, but he
So where did the cat deuce?
he died
In the
deuced
cat
either
litter.
outside or in the cat litter.
Cat litter.
Um,
It's a thing, right?
But
I've never owned a cat. I hate cats.
But if you put kitty litter, if you put a thing underneath the toilet seat and kitty litter, they'll get used to going there.
Yeah.
And then you can take the kitty litter away and they'll drop the dually right in the toilet.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you have to get some type of mechanism to get them to flush. I mean, you'd have to do some contraption.
Wow.
You just blew my mind.
That seems like
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Well, it's
Keeps-
it's called training.
Yeah.
But anyway, during
much
the middle of the night, one night I woke up in the half bath, the powder bath is outside my bedroom, and I just hear this. Sounds like someone was taking a leak in the bathroom. And it was like 2:00 in the morning. I was thinking, well, why are my boys down here?
Right.
So I get up. It's 2:00, pitch black out. I go in there and I flip the light on in the bathroom, and there's this black cat sitting on the edge of the toilet, and his eyes get real big, and he's just like peeing in the toilet.
Were you like stunned?
I was just like, yes, I was.
That'll freak me out.
I was like, well, that's incredible for one thing. And then the guy's
Right.
like, so that's how that piss gets all over the floor.
Right.
Because, he thinks he's sitting on the toilet right, and he's not.
Right.
Well,
Right. Sometimes his ass is over the bowl. Other times his ass is not over the bowl.
you know what? I bet you it was your wife was training him to pee in there,
Could be.
and she just couldn't get him turned right.
So anyway, so he did that up
Wow.
until the day he died. So he trained himself to do that. I didn't do
Wow.
it or anything like that. So it was well, again, it would cause a mess on the floor sometimes, but he got better at it the more he did it.
Yeah.
he got better at it, and I didn't have to clean it up. But like I said, it didn't smell
That's
like cat
amazing.
piss.
That really is amazing that
Yeah.
they're smart enough to do that.
Yeah. So my dog, going back to her, what she does to her is she'll grab your feet, and she's a big dog,
That's
German
kinky.
Shepherd,
Big
and
Big mouth.
Yeah, and she does it to adults every now and then if there's so much going on, and she
Yeah,
doesn't
she'll do
want
it-
you to leave.
She's done it to Tara a couple times.
Yeah,
Really?
and it's not specifically to the teenagers, but every now and then she'll grab your foot, and like she doesn't want you to leave.
Yeah.
Is what it is, and it kind of freaks you out a
well,
little
like
bit.
you said, it's hurting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not about not wanting you to leave. It's wanting you to stay within the circle that she can control.
could be, and she'll come barking at you. It sounds like she's gonna maul you.
Yeah,
so,
she's pretty scary sounding.
yeah, it's loud and intimidating, but she's a good dog. I mean, she's laying right here right now.
She's a
but,
dinosaur. She's a big dog.
yeah, she's big.
And
Big German
Brian,
Shepherd.
you've got two like monster mean dogs, don't you?
Yes. Coco weighs all of over 16 pounds now. Susan
It's a fat little dog.
it's we've got Shih Tzus. You know.
Shit zoo.
Yeah, Shih Tzus.
Excuse me.
And what we tried to do was made a bulldog and a Shih Tzu and get a bullshit, but
Yeah, didn't quite work
No,
out.
it didn't work out. No, we got two Shih Tzus. One's Oreo, 12 years old. Dog's psychotic, but it'll love you to death. I mean, now she's having problems seeing and hearing and getting
Yeah.
old. So then, I broke down, and Susan, we got this other one's Coco. She just turned, I think, 2 today. 2 years old. Big ass Shih Tzu.
That thing's got some energy, man.
Oh, she.
Has she stopped peeing when she meets people?
She'll get excited on you. I don't know why. It's something about you. She
It's
gets
all about
excited
me.
about
It's
it.
just
All
cologne.
animals like to pee
Yeah.
on me.
It's
So,
natural musk.
But
My,
her,
my
Your
musk.
your anus produces a special oil that the dogs like.
yes,
Really?
yeah.
Musk.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's a vanilla.
I could
excretion.
beaverize it and make millions.
I think you really ought to bottle it, Paul.
Bottle
That's what I'm
it.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the male dogs get like the pink rocket going and hump your leg.
yeah.
The
I don't
pink
mind
rocket.
it. It's all in fun. Yeah, they're just being friendly.
You just laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you big dog.
They leave a rub spot.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? There's
man.
always the guy that takes it over the top. And there he is.
And from behind.
But
Yeah,
but what
thanks.
Coco likes to do is trip you. She gets all
Oh yeah,
excited.
she gets all tangled in your
and
feet.
you got a 16-pound bowling ball going in between your legs. She's not.
I'm always worried that I'm gonna like step on her and like break something.
No, I've stepped on her before on purpose, and then she doesn't get around my legs anymore. And that's how you stop that. But no, she's a smart dog. She's actually pretty good. But
Yeah.
Susan, here we go. We got a vet story. All right, now when you go to the vet, you just hand the dog through the window because COVID and all this stuff.
Mm.
So, and I didn't go, but Susan handed Coco in there, and this was, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. And the vet called her up on the phone while she's sitting in a car and said, "Hey, Oreo looks great, but Coco's a little overweight. What do you feed her?" Susan goes, "I don't know." No, she asked her how much. How much do you feed her? "I don't know." She goes, "That's not the answer I want to hear." Susan was getting scolded by the vet.
Nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. She goes, "That's not what I want to hear. This dog's overweight." So what does Susan do? She goes out and gets low-fat food,
No.
okay?
It's-
The
it's
dog's
called-
gained 2 pounds. I said, "Susan, it's not the low-fat food." I
It's
said,
portion control.
Bingo. I said,
the
it's
amount.
it's the portions.
Right.
And I said, "How much do you,
Does the dog have like an unlimited supply of one of those little
No,
containers?
it's not a feeder. No, she puts what it is now. See, Oreo psycho. She won't eat out of a bowl. You got to put it on the ground, and then she scratches at it and pulls one away, and then goes and eats it. Then comes back and scratches it away.
Well, that's one way to control your weight.
Well, but what Coco does,
Speed of eating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes 8 hours to eat a
yeah.
cup.
But what Coco does is she'll eat all the stuff on the ground,
Of course.
knowing that Oreo's gonna, and then she'll eat out of the bowl. She just sits there and she'll run.
So
by.
she's eating for two.
Yeah, she'll run by, eat a couple of nibbles, and then run over here, and then run back by, eat a couple of nibbles. I said, "Just quit filling it up."
There you go.
Now, she blames me because in the morning, I'll fix breakfast for my daughter, and we'll have eggs and bacon and everything. So,
Oh.
But I put a piece of bacon, I split it in half, and then I split that in half. And that's all they get. So it's just a little taste.
That's like 1,800 calories to a dog.
I know. And that's and my wife's telling me, well, that's why the dog's overweight. No.
That's what she told the vet.
It's that damn bacon.
No, that's
It's
what
my
she,
husband.
Yeah.
Feeds her bacon and eggs every morning.
Yeah,
Feeds him a pound of bacon
Yeah, pound.
every day.
I know.
Well, you've got a turtle too, though.
We have a tortoise.
Oh, tortoise.
Yeah.
Yes,
Come
a
on.
tortoise.
Come on.
Yeah,
Oh.
we have a tortoise.
Crick
Yeah,
Gino.
You know what? Don't be so ignorant about reptiles, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Lucy is
Ridiculous.
sleeping in the bathtub. She has not been moving much. She,
Because
Oh.
it's cold outside.
Well, yeah, but we've got her in the bathtub because we didn't want her to dig a hole out there. But she's, I don't know, maybe
She's big.
she's about that big. I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard
about
to see on a podcast.
A
but
foot, probably a foot
Yeah. Yeah,
diameter.
foot. So, but during the summer, spring, summer, she lives out in the backyard. We'll take some lettuce and just feed her every day. During the winter, she doesn't eat anything because she's kind of hibernating.
I was going to say, don't they typically hibernate during the winter, right?
So that's why she's not moving a whole lot.
Well, normally, but see, tortoises, the cicada, that's the brand type she is, down close to the equator, so it never gets cold. So see, they
Right.
never hibernate, but here it got cold. So last year
Interesting.
she still roamed around. We've got a heat lamp and then a sun lamp, but she stays in the bathtub
Well, there's
during the winter.
some friends of mine that have in the middle of their house they have a courtyard that's exposed to the elements, so
That's
it can
cool.
rain and snow in there.
That's so cool.
And they've got a
Komodo dragon.
they have a
Giraffe.
small small little pool for
Rhino.
some large goldfish.
Let's go bigger.
Now you can't.
Is there goldfish in there, or would they have like piranhas?
It's goldfish.
Gar.
They
They have a gar.
Crocodile.
They don't have. It's
Alligator
not like you
gar.
can go out there
Hey,
and sit.
Enough. You're not going to outdo this.
It's not like you can go out there and sit. It's just out. You go out there to feed them, but you can see through the windows because there's windows around the whole area.
Oh.
And the point I'm getting at is that I was explaining. Well, it's fucking 20 degrees outside, and she says, "Yeah, they just sit. They don't do anything. You don't feed them." It says you're not supposed to feed them. It said you're not supposed to feed them when it's that cold because when it's that cold and you feed them, it can kill them.
Well, now let me ask you this: how deep is it? Because I mean, if it freezes solid, won't that kill them?
No.
No,
No, they just
It's a flash freeze.
This is Dallas.
It
sorry.
immobilizes them.
It's Dallas.
Okay.
So hold on. I was so wrapped up in trying to top Jeff's ideas of the big animals in the courtyard. Is it goldfish? What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
they're large.
I couldn't even hear it.
It was an
They're large,
Architeuthus.
An Architeuthis.
Waiting all night to say that.
Yeah, those don't
Yes.
like cold water.
Well, they definitely don't like.
Well, actually,
12
they do
inches of
like
water.
cold
I
water, but
know.
it's deep.
Oh, my
deep
God.
cold water.
I think it was not even 2 foot deep.
Okay.
It was
Do they
not-
have a
So, I
heater
mean,
of some sort?
It could freeze at the top
They
of it.
could. I don't recall if there was a heater in there or not, but the area is quasi climatized because it's right next to the house,
Well, yeah, it's
You know,
getting
it's
heat through the windows.
surrounded
Yeah.
all 4 sides.
Well, plus you don't get the wind,
Right.
Yeah,
which
you
makes
get
it
none of that.
colder and stuff.
But my point is, and
Sure.
I'm thinking this may carry into the
You could go ice
tortoises,
fishing.
as well, is that maybe
Cut a
they
hole.
don't eat a whole lot during the summer or the winter time is because their bodies shut down when they're hibernating.
Right.
And
Right.
they can literally kill them.
So how does that work?
you know-
Is that specific to goldfish? Because when you go ice fishing, you're catching
Goldfish.
No.
koi.
Well, no,
And,
those are
Cool.
gaming fish. Those are.
That's what I mean. So there's a difference between that and a goldfish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't see us going ice fishing for carp, and I think the goldfish are in the carp family, aren't they?
I don't see myself going ice fishing. I'm
Really?
getting-
You know what?
I'm-
I would not mind doing it one
No.
time. I
You
think
know
that'd
I've
be
gone
fun.
ice fishing. It's
You know why?
fantastic.
Because I mean, it's kind of like golf. I'm not going to play whenever it's the temperature is below my age.
Oh, get the fuck out of
I
here!
know. I went.
It's too cold.
I invited Brian to go golfing one time, and it was
Gosh.
apparently too cold.
It was cold.
And
So
he,
boy, when you
he
get to like
put
in your
stuff
when you get in
on.
your 80s, you're gonna be like,
Well, then I guess I'll be doing something else. I can fish. I can fish in the
Yeah,
80s.
you'll be sitting in a
Yeah.
warm bathtub.
But the other
Not
pet,
Your
moving.
goldfish.
the
and
other
tortoise.
pet we've got is a tarantula spider.
You gotta. That's.
nice.
It's called
It's Pinky.
Pinky.
Pinky, the tarantula
Couldn't
spider.
remember. Yeah, creepy.
Doctor
And you
Doolittle
buy
over here.
and you buy crickets.
Yes, we that is probably the easiest pet to ever take care of. You pour a little water in the bowl, and then maybe you get 6 crickets every month. But after that, it makes no noise. You don't have to clean
It
it.
doesn't bark.
Do the
No.
crickets have to be alive?
Well, what about barking
Well,
spiders?
yes, the cricket. But you can't get. The thing is, you can't get crickets whenever it's molting, because then the crickets could actually kill it whenever it's molting. But whenever it's molted, it looks like you've got two spiders in there.
That dead
the
skin.
crickets can kill the spider.
Yeah, whenever it's molting, you can't
The
feed it.
spider, that extra skin gets
Tarantula.
caught in the
Okay.
spider's throat. It's
Yeah.
all,
Yeah. But
Okay,
whenever
what-
whenever you look
so
in there,
what's
and you-
happening in that scenario?
Hey, Paul, whenever you look
It's
in there, you see
foreskin.
double vision. I had to get the foreigner in there. Get the double vision. That means
Yes.
it's molted.
Best
And you can
Yes.
take that out. It
you
looks like a perfect. It looks like another perfect spider.
Yeah,
Do you keep them on
and
your
it's
desk?
it's cold as ice.
Actually, my
Just place them
wife-
around the house.
Yeah, actually, my wife put one in a thing and took it up to school, and showed.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, I
think you
could have
should-
brought it tonight. It's in a nice little aquarium.
You
Nah,
should
it's
you
okay.
should
Yeah, we
you should
pass.
keep all the molted skins and like place them around your house for people to find and freak out.
what of the
You-
of the crickets?
Of the
no,
of
the
the-
No,
spider.
the spider.
of the
Oh.
spider
Yeah, I got
skin.
confused too. They're saying
Oh, you're not saying the crickets are molted. You're saying-
Exactly.
Oh,
No, the
okay.
spider-
that's what I
molten.
thought too.
Well,
Well,
I didn't make fun
you-
of you.
No, no, you didn't. I didn't say
several
you did.
several years ago,
We're friends.
my
No, we're not.
my daughter put her on a bush, and all of a sudden,
I'm
she
sorry.
kind of
You
went
said
down.
what?
The
You said
tarantula
bush?
got
No,
out,
no.
put it on,
that's
put
not-
it on a bush, and then it ran underneath the dishwasher.
Mm.
Well, I said,
No.
okay, it's gone.
It's gone forever.
So, well, and then back then on the
what
the
the hell?
pest
That
control
was a
guy
song.
came and sprayed. So I said, oh, it's for sure dead.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, 2 weeks later, nah, it's upstairs in the game room on the wall. Abdomen was about 1/8 of an inch. It was looking for crickets. I don't know how it lived.
So it was hungry.
That's a small ass little tarantula.
Well, don't worry. Once it ate some crickets, it fattened back up. So I just got it on my hand, put it back in there, put some crickets on there. Whenever it eats, it's pretty neat because it just sits there and the crickets just hop around, stupid crickets, and then it just jumps on them and then it raises up, and then you can just sit there and watch its front, and it
Ugh.
just gums it to death.
God, that sounds
Gums
awful.
it?
Yeah, it gums it.
That sounds like a
ends up
horrible way
numbs
to
it.
die.
It's very
Well,
barbaric.
doesn't it shoot
is.
them full of like it's venom and like
Yeah.
disintegrates or digests it and they kind of suck it out?
They
don't know.
they had tarantulas have venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
venom.
if you get bit by one, then
You're
I
dead.
mean,
You're dead in
no.
minutes.
No, you're not.
you're just
Yeah.
We
skin
used-
just
You're
sloughs
there
off.
eating breakfast, eating your Rice Krispies. Next thing you're playing with your little tarantula.
We had a pink toad.
Next thing you know, your face is in your Rice
A
Krispies.
pink toad tarantula and another one, and then we had a divider.
Pink
Somehow,
toad.
yeah, it was a pink toad. It was a little smaller, and then we had the red hair, which is kind of what we've got now, which is
Okay.
the big one.
Okay.
And somehow it knocked down the divider, and all of a sudden,
Oh,
my
no.
wife goes over there and goes, "Hey, there's only one spider here." I said, "No, look underneath the other one."
Oh.
it killed it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that's no fun. When one pet kills another pet, it's just not a fun family experience.
Well, you had a dog that killed another dog. Cujo.
That's not. Yeah. I don't, that's.
I mean, it's not conclusive.
That's an unconfirmed report. Yes.
yeah, but I believe it.
But you had a dead carcass of a dog in your
No,
backyard.
I did
Yeah, it was all
not.
bloated. You
No.
buried it in the
stop,
backyard.
Stop.
So it's been there as like bacon in the heat.
Oh God! He
I-
went over there
okay,
and took
you
a
are
knife
mixing
and
dog
stabbed it in
stories.
his-
How did you get a dog in the backyard that's dead?
Yeah.
Okay, you're mixing stories.
Were you shooting squirrels and you accidentally shot a dog?
No.
And you pulled it in the backyard and
didn't
said it was
happen.
attacking you
All
so you
right.
wouldn't get arrested?
Fine. I had an overweight beagle that was a pain in the ass. We got out of the yard, and he was in the front, and I had no idea he was in the front.
Cops found a condom in his
And,
butt.
and
Oh no!
wow.
that is the end of that story, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. A condom
What the
in his
hell?
butt.
Why would you even go there? Who thinks about stuff like that?
I don't know.
I mean, if you had
Let's-
a
John.
heard.
Let's take a left turn here and get into the mind of somebody that says something like that.
Well, for a dog, I mean, if it was a sheep,
Let's-
maybe that'd be different.
God
Sheep.
almighty.
Does that make it
Sheepskin?
better?
Well, I've heard
Ah.
stories.
Anyway, it was actually a horrible story, right? It was in the middle of summer. It was
I'm
super
not saying
super
it was
hot.
you.
It was
could've been-
super super hot,
Yeah.
and the dog was out in the front. I didn't know it, right? And then he was apparently sitting by the front door, like trying to get back in because he was really really hot. So I go out there later that day. Yeah, later that day, look at wondering where the dog was, and there he is laying down next to the neighbor's house. And I was like, something wasn't right. You know what I mean? I was like, that.
And he,
this
he-
is
he
not
busted
normal.
out. Wanted to go on a walkabout. He was old anyways, wasn't he?
No. I mean, not that old.
But didn't you say he had like tooth marks that you lined up the other
You're
dog's
mixing.
mouth?
You're mixing stories.
Oh, so the
Yeah,
dog
I'm,
killed more
I'm
than
talking. Yeah, I've
So
killed all sorts of
you've
dogs.
had multiple dog murders.
No. So this one
Good
was
Lord.
lying by the neighbor's house, covered in flies. It was,
All right,
it was a done
got to
deal.
speed these stories up because you had a
Jeez.
myriad of dogs that have
You know-
died in your house. and
No, that's not true. Just two.
so you like
Oh,
these
really?
horrific things
Bald
about your
beagles.
dogs.
Paul, you've had 2 dogs die. You know, dogs can sense death.
Oh, great.
They could smell it too.
This could be a
What the hell
good,
does that mean?
well, this could be a good segue into your
My current dog?
your
Yes.
3-legged COVID
Lord.
dog you got
No.
now.
Oh,
It
God.
could sense death.
Your runaway
So
Sue.
then it tell us the story, please.
Oh, so you think that's why it ran away?
Yeah, because it could sense
so-
death.
All
So
right.
their dog died, and then
Yes,
they had
my
this
10-year-old
empty
perfect
void.
dog. My 10-year-old perfect dog. Actually, he was 12. I didn't know that. We found out later.
How?
Because the SPCA, we asked them.
Did they cut him open and count the rings
They
like a
counted
tree?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How can you? I wonder how you can tell.
What?
Maybe
They-
it's by the teeth.
they counted his anus rings.
Oh.
What? the
I mean,
hell?
seriously, you guys are a mess tonight. What's wrong with you guys?
Anus
Talking about-
rings.
I, didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about a dog's anus.
God, they pulled the condom out and counted the anus rings. Really, dude? I can't get over that comment. That really disturbed me. Okay, anyway,
hit
our
the
dog
mark.
died. The wife decided that, we need to get another rescue dog. So,
Which, for the record, I totally disagree.
yeah, no, you disagreed every step of the way.
Yeah, I just think you guys need time to heal
Yeah. Yeah.
and do something.
No, wait a second.
and my wife
I think I
disagreed.
said the same thing too.
You did.
Yeah,
Everybody
I said, look, you just need some time to decompose
Yeah.
and rest.
to
And
decompose.
Decompose.
Correct.
Yeah, you talking about
That
the dog in
was
the
a dog.
backyard?
No, that's a different dog.
Oh,
Anyway,
Those
so
3
I got
dogs.
overruled. The wife said let's go look at dogs, which means we're getting a dog. And COVID changes everything. You can't walk
Yeah.
along the stalls and just kind of know
so the
and,
selections
and pick one. They have to
were-
bring them to you, right? So they're bringing these dogs, and while she's like talking about how great the dog is humping her leg and stuff. And I'm like, you can probably stop talking and take that dog away because that's not
Yeah.
going to happen. So we went through 3 or 4 dogs, and then she brings this one-eyed dog.
Hey, mighty. Is that what the dog says?
Yeah, it's amazing. How did you know that?
hey, did it have a
The way it barked was arr, 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 arr.
And it came with a patch over it.
No patch.
Oh, it did come with a
I-
patch.
Oh,
All right.
is that
Do you
your
want to hear the
booty?
damn story? Or not?
Yes.
God, that was a dad joke right there.
Yeah, it was.
That was bad.
Yeah. All right. So the dog comes in. Shelly loves it. We get the dog. So we fill out all the paperwork. We're the dog's in the car.
And by the
we're-
way, you'll see a picture of the dog at dudeslikeus.us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have it
Okay.
on there.
Or you could. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. We pull into the backyard. It's on a leash. It jumps out of the car. She's got it on the leash. My son comes out to meet it. You know how some dogs, they don't want to be leashed. They want to be able to back away. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to give the dog a little bit of freedom. We're talking 20 to 30 seconds. She lets the dog off the leash. It sprints to the gate, and I have this metal gate that can, it opens in the middle, and you can wobble it. She jumps up against the fence, wobbles it, realizes she can squeeze through, and puts her head in, and boom, out the gate. And we're like, oh my God. I hadn't even pulled the car into the garage, and I'm hearing my wife, he got out the gate, and I'm like, how is that even possible?
Right.
I haven't even pulled the car in.
Right.
So did
So-
you have the conversation with her about the whole thing of taking the dog off the leash?
Well, again, she explained it to me later. I was kind of like, what were you thinking?
And what was the explanation?
When people are approaching a dog and you've got it on a leash, it's feeling cornered, right? So she wanted to let it off the leash in our backyard, no big deal,
Fenced
and
in
let
backyard.
it kind of move around and sniff around and be on its terms. Wow, what a mistake!
Yeah, I think it smelled. I think it smelled the dead beagles
Smelled
that you
death,
had buried
Maybe
in the
like, oh my
backyard.
God.
it smelled all sorts of stuff because it hauled ass to
Got,
that
like,
gate and got out
Carcasses
and got out so fast.
Paul
couldn't believe it.
shot all kinds of stuff. Is it like dead squirrels on the inside?
Okay.
Oh no,
Rabbits on the front?
None of that is
I
true.
think it kind of. I think it
You're
looked.
trying to tell me you weren't shooting squirrels off your fence?
Yeah.
With a BB gun,
Okay.
and
I wasn't saying with a Beretta.
and none of them killed it. I mean, they never killed any of them.
How do you know? You could have winged it.
I hit one.
It might have looked.
I hit one and
the
made
dog
one.
senses
I
that.
made one bleed, and it still ran off.
So the dog ran off, disappeared. The dog was gone for 2 days.
Four.
4
days.
days?
4 days.
I
and
thought you said it came back.
And it was
20
cold.
So we chased it, and it will never come to us, and it hauls ass. And so we're like, okay, this isn't going to work.
Why'd you chase it? Why don't you just sit down and see if it'll come to you? You're supposed to get down on their level.
Okay, thank you, Brian. I didn't know you were the dog whisperer. In that situation, we were panicked. Okay. Anyway, so 24 hours later, Shelly looks out the window. It's walking up the alley.
That's the first
24
thing.
hours
You're not
later.
supposed to panic.
Right. Well, and so Shelly now she's very calm and come here. Boom, takes off again. Okay.
Smells death.
So over that 4-day period, I was on this Facebook group that lost pets.
Oh, next door. Yeah, I saw it.
Next
I
door,
actually
next
saw
door,
it.
and Facebook.
Yeah, I saw
And
next
people
door.
were like, "I saw your dog at the corner of blah blah blah." So 3 different times during those 4 days, we raced over somewhere and saw her. I mean, how often does that happen?
I
right?
wish.
Right.
Hey, you know what? I wish I'd have known that because I would have
Excuse
sent
me.
you all over Frisco.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Dogs
Yeah.
hanging out at
Yeah,
the
it's in South
red
Dallas.
light
No,
district.
Come down here
Wait a
right
minute.
now.
No. I think it's
Yeah.
over here. It's over here. You've probably gone through about 3 or 4 tanks of gas.
You're an ass. You would have done that.
So each time you saw it, it would see your car and just bolt.
Haul ass. Oh,
No.
we'd be out of the car. And then we were like slowly, like we were holding out pepperoni. And I mean, but the damn thing's 50 yards away. It's not going to be like, oh, do you have pepperoni?
And,
Well,
it has
let
one
me-
eye.
The dog doesn't even fucking know you. You're like nobody.
Bingo.
She's like, what the hell?
We knew the
Why
dog for
didn't you
30
ha-
seconds.
Whenever you had it the first time, why didn't you have some food there? Probably thought, okay, these people aren't going to feed me.
We were totally unprepared for what was going to
So
happen.
there's a compilation of errors. So just nonstop.
Okay, anyway. So after 4 days, I was like, I knew what was going to happen. It was either she was going to be exhausted because she hadn't eaten, right? And she was going to basically collapse in somebody's arms, which would have been perfect. Or she was going to get hit by a car. And then sure enough, we get the call because she's been chipped. And like they know who she belongs to. Got hit by a car. So we go over to the animal hospital. She's
Yeah, I'll
got
tell you, when I found out the dog got hit by a car, this is going to sound horrible,
But
and
you were
I'm going to
like-
feel horrible in the future when getting to know this dog.
yeah, dick.
I was kind of selfishly for you, thinking, God, I hope the dog doesn't make it. I mean,
I
that
get
sounds
it.
fucked up, but at the same time, I'm like, what a mess you've got yourself
Well,
into.
and this is going to sound horrible, but we're on our way over to the animal hospital, and we're like, all we know, she's been hit by a car, and dogs don't do well when they get hit by cars, right? So I'm thinking, okay, well, I mean, if it's savable, I can't. I'm not going to spend $1,000. I mean, you know how it is. You can spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and I'm like, we don't even know this dog. I don't want to spend money,
I just drove
thought
this
you-
car off
and
the
that's
lot.
and that's crappy, right?
I thought you were going over the animal thing to get your refund.
Well, no, no, but because it was
Here's your
different.
$20 back, you
Anyway,
son of a
all
bitch.
right.
Next time, keep the
Yeah.
dog on
Hey,
a
can I
leash.
have my
Yeah.
money back, man?
Yeah, we got
Don't give me a runner.
We got a really defective
Sir,
dog.
tell you what, we'll give you money back. Give us back the leash. The-
God, it's so bad, so bad. Anyway, so
Okay.
she had a shattered femur, and they had, basically they said they're gonna have to remove the leg. So we took her home with a shattered femur, and that was fun. Tried taking care of a dog for any length of time with a shattered femur. Right?
How long did you have to keep her before the next stage?
Before the surgery?
Yeah.
A weekend?
Oh, it's
Like no,
terrible.
wait, like Sundays? Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Was she
So
just
how
pretty
did you
much?
feed her?
Was
She
she
was-
just pretty much on hydros the entire
Oh
time?
yeah, no, I was giving her pain meds and stuff. It was
Drinking
awful.
bourbon with her.
I,
How were you
I was shit
administering-
faced. I was completely shit faced.
How are you giving the dog the,
He
the
wasn't-
medicine?
Hey,
You just open their mouth and kind
Oh,
of
the
shove
pills?
it down their throat. Yeah.
Okay.
hey, I
But I
saw
found
you,
a much better way to do it.
I saw
after
you
that.
popping some pills. Were those the dog pain pills?
Yeah, I was popping everything. It was a nightmare.
The dog had little shots of little things. He probably was like butt luge in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
All right, so then we do we move the leg.
So, oh, butt chugging. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Okay,
chug it.
thanks. Yeah, we can just go right over that. It's okay. We don't have to relive that. So anyway, so the dog leg gets removed. We have the surgery. She's all stitched up. She's high on meds. She's bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, can we wrap her in like some? No, we want the wound to be open so it'll breathe. Okay, so she bled for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So I had to put down beach towels and old sheets, and I was washing them like twice a day, and I mean bleeding everywhere.
It's
Right?
like a
So
murder scene.
it was,
essentially.
if
Disgusting.
you walked into my house with a blue light,
Dead carcass.
it was a murder spree, absolute murder spree. Anyway,
It's natural.
so a week into this, it's like a newborn, no sleep. I'm carrying the dog outside to go potty. I'm doing pain meds around the clock. A week into this, my wife and I get COVID.
From the dog. I told you. It's a
It's not a
three-legged.
COVID dog.
It's a three-legged.
We got
COVID
dog probably from one of these assholes.
Wasn't me.
I
Oh,
don't know.
wasn't me.
No,
Your wife had COVID,
Yeah.
and I was in the house.
I didn't get COVID.
I think you got
You probably
COVID.
did.
You got COVID from
Do an
the
anal
dog.
swab tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I
we
can
get
smell it.
COVID. We get COVID, and we're down with COVID for almost 2 weeks. So now we have a bleeding dog. We got COVID for 2 weeks. It was
And you rent your back.
oh,
You know what, look,
carrying the dog.
In retrospect, it
It
was probably
threw
the
my
best
back
thing
out.
that you
Really?
guys had
Yes.
COVID.
Nah, I didn't know that.
It was probably the best thing because you guys were able to spend that quality time all in bed. All three of you, in the bed with the dog for over a week.
Yeah,
I mean, so that was some bonding
and
time that the dog needed it.
Thank God, my middle son
Everyone
was
needed
off. Was off to college. The one that's friends with your friends, right?
Right.
Your sons. He was a champ. And we had some good friends bring over some food. Miss Cook over here brought over some food.
Uh-oh. Time
yeah.
step.
Yeah. I did. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Time step.
Timestamp that.
Oh, yeah.
Can I? So I had friends. I had friends that brought over some food, like our
spaghetti with some
guest
special
speaker.
sauce on it.
Oh, freshly whacked.
Yeah.
Well, I whipped up some sauce for him. Hey, it brought him out of the COVID.
Whacked up some sauce? Is that what I
I
heard?
whipped up some sauce.
I bet you
Lord.
did.
And
Now I
It's
want to
just
know
for
what I
you.
ate.
And then in
The hell did I
2 days,
eat?
2 days, I talked to him and said, "Man, you sound good." He goes, "Well, that spaghetti was good." I said,
Yeah.
"Good. I'm glad."
Yeah,
I don't remember
nice.
that.
I healed up real good.
Yeah.
Rubbed it on my nipples.
What the? Thought it was spaghetti.
What do you
Oh.
What do you think's in the vaccination?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Like
So anyway,
Anyway, that's
pumper
my story.
number 9.
That's my story. The dog's all healed up. It's a kangaroo dog now. It hops around with his one eye and 3 legs.
so it has one eye and 3 legs, and we met the dog for the first time over the weekend, and
Yeah.
she was doing good, it seemed.
Yeah.
She
Gets
great.
around just fine.
She's super, super affectionate, super smart. She's gonna be a good dog.
I think so, too.
I don't think she's gonna win any races, but
Well, you'd be surprised.
like a greyhound
She
race.
could probably
well,
beat you.
that wouldn't be fair to put it up against a 4-legged
Uh-oh.
dog.
That's true.
You know, maybe put
No.
it up against a 2-legged dog.
The Para Canine Olympics.
There you go.
Paracanine.
Is that a thing?
Para Olympics, right?
That's not.
Speaking of
Is that
Olympics,
insensitive? That's insensitive. Wow, that is
it
insensitive.
is.
No.
Damn, I didn't mean it to be, but
So
You're a racist.
so
There's a lot of 3-legged dogs out there.
that
very
automatically
upset.
slips
so
in.
let me
doesn't
ask you this: so
Shit.
so
I
now
better-
the dog can go in and out of the back, in and out of the house,
In
and
and out
no
of the doggy
problem?
door whenever she wants. Yep. And she goes down to the gate, and
Yeah.
I'm watching through the window. Can I adjusted the gate? You helped me out.
Yeah.
And I adjusted the gate so that there was no way that I thought that she could push it apart, right? And she's down by the gate a lot. She stands there and kind of sticks her snout through the bars, and I'm like,
She's like, oh, that's how the other half live.
yeah, exactly. But
Did
I'm
she,
just like,
did she
I'm
push
waiting.
on it?
She has shown no intent on leaving, and she's smelling the whole yard. I mean, she's making it a home now, right?
I hope so.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I think
she's
she's
scoping out.
She's
Well,
plotting.
it's only time will
She's-
tell.
She's scoping out
of the-
perimeter weaknesses.
Oh, yes. She's like a velociraptor.
Oh,
She's never testing the same piece
She's-
of fence.
She's hunting in packs.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a pack of 3-legged, 1-eyed dogs around the corner.
Those are the most dangerous kind, right
They keep
there.
running into
This is
each
the
other.
house. They keep killing the dogs and burying them in the backyard.
God. Anyway, that's my story. That was kind of long. Sorry, I tried to make it a little shorter.
So you had a really fun month of
God, it was
January.
awful.
Yeah. Well,
Awful.
2021. What a good way to.
Yeah,
in
no
the-
shit. After a horrible 2020, that's the way I start 2021.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
Well, look at it this way. It can only go up.
yeah.
Oh
no
yeah,
kidding.
Biden's in office and the
Yeah.
COVID is going away.
Things are already turning around.
God bless.
Yeah, I think
All
deaths,
those executive orders save the day.
Well, you know what?
Hallelujah.
since he signed those executive orders, you notice deaths start coming down. I mean,
Did he?
have you watched the CNN timer? It's going backwards.
Oh, they took it off entirely, I thought.
No, it's on there, but
the
it's going.
the
It's
COVID
going
tracker
backwards.
disappeared.
You know, like people are just they're coming back
coming
to life.
back from life.
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I don't watch CNN.
No, I don't either.
I'm not watching anything.
I'm not watching TV either.
I tell you what, I did. I took a break for lunch today and sat down and put on YouTube, and there was a little blurb of The Five from Fox News.
You miss them, don't
And-
you?
I do,
I
and
do.
it was
Yeah.
it was the first time I've seen The Five, and
Since before the election, right?
yeah, I mean after that I was like I haven't watched it. That was the first time, Dana Perino was. She didn't look very good, and then they had
Really? I think
yeah.
she's so cute.
Oh, she is. Oh, hold on. Of course, she's smoking hot, beautiful. I love her. But this one, she looked like she wasn't.
She's like, we have no viewers.
No.
Life is going down the tube.
Well, I
Probably.
remember back
The-
whenever they had that tall brunette that sat on the end.
Oh, hold on. I
Yeah.
was about to get into that.
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
there's
Listen to that.
Let me
Oh.
brought in the hottie.
there's Campagno or what's her name? Emily Campagno.
Emily Campagno, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
she's
that who you're
the-
talking about?
I
she was
couldn't
the
remember
ex-
her name, but
She's
she
the
was
Oakland
hot.
Raiders Oakland Raiders cheerleader that turned lawyer, and
Oh.
she
Yeah,
is
that's right.
not only smoking hot, she is one of the smartest people on there.
Yeah, she's
And
very
she's-
intelligent.
She's
Mhm.
able to conjure up information just on a
That's
whim.
so funny you say that. I know who you're talking about, and I've never seen the 5. I mean, well, I haven't seen
Well,
her
she's
on the
not
5.
on there anymore.
And then you have what is the
CAMP. There it is,
There it
right
is.
there.
yeah, or just you can just pull up the 5 cast.
Well, it's been on for a very long time, so it's going to be a bunch of people that.
Yeah, do they
are on there.
rotate
Yeah,
people?
well, no, not
It's been
yeah.
consistent for the last couple of years.
But there's
but,
another one that was on today. I forgot Papelich, I think is her last name.
Pavlovich.
This
Pavlich,
chick right there.
Pavlovich.
No, that's not her. She was kind of tall too.
Yeah,
Katie
Katie
Pavlich, yeah.
Pavlovich. But yeah, I mean they've had a lot of people on there, but the usuals are
Perino.
Greg Gutfeld, Perino,
Jesse Owens.
Juwan Williams.
Did that Democrat?
Jesse was that name Jesse Williams?
Jesse Waters.
Jesse Waters. I said Jesse Owens. What
Did
the
And
that-
then they kind of rotate the fifth person.
Oh, Donna Brazil's on there sometimes.
Oh, she is terrible.
She's
She needs to
a-
go away.
Who
She's
was
an
the
idiot.
who was the funny Democrat?
Honey child. That's what the Donna
Oh,
Brazil
you're thinking
sounds
of
She's from Louisiana.
He's kind of a heavy set guy.
like. She's sweet, but
He was a
she's
Democrat.
full
He
of
was kind of
shit.
funny. He was liberal.
You used to. What was
that
it?
Dom
Alan.
Dom
He had
DeLuise.
No.
Sean Hannity and Alan somebody. They
Combs.
used- yeah,
Alan Combs.
Yeah, Alan.
Hannity and Combs. That's when
Candace
Andy.
Owens was on the 5. Back
She-
back to the left one more time. Mr.
she's probably
Producer.
been on it as a guest. All these people have been on it at some point.
Oh. I tell you what, I have high hopes that Candace Owens steps up. And I'll tell you one thing, I was a little disappointed in one of the little blurbs I was about to get into. Excuse me, is that they had Trey Gowdy.
Wow, that was juicy.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's that little acid reflux
That's
going
some
on.
good
You
phlegm
throw
working.
up on your
I
microphone?
felt like it.
Now you're smelling it. Really?
Why
Wow.
don't you just go
No, it
ahead and
wasn't
lick it
acidic.
off?
He's
No
picking
shit.
he's picking the meat out
So
of the
there was
microphone.
Trey
now.
Gowdy was on as an air personality,
Yeah.
not as an interviewer. He was fucking as air personality. I was kind of tripping out. I was like, "Is
Who was?
Trey Gowdy?"
Oh yeah, no, I like him.
And
Well, no, after he retired from from
Politics.
Congress. Yeah.
I wanted him to run for office. I wanted him to run for presidency.
Well, who's saying he's not at some point? But he's out of politics right now.
Yeah,
I think-
well,
I think
I tell you what, he was a badass too when he was
Yeah.
there.
he didn't put up a
when
shit.
he was in like a senator, right? Say he's a senator.
No, he was a
You sure?
congressman.
Well, I mean, either House or House or Senate, but I thought he was a senator.
I don't think he was a senator.
Oh.
I don't know. Shit,
Well,
I
he
don't
was
know.
tough. I do know he was tough. Like in his hearings, and it was his questioning time, and he'd be like,
Oh yeah, just like
tearing him up.
Jim Jordan is today.
Yeah.
Jim Jordan is kind
Trey
of picked
Gowdy.
that up.
It's just straightforward. Just comes right out in the ass
Yeah.
instead of beating
Very
around
blunt.
the bush. Yeah.
Very blunt and very rational. I love it.
So yeah, but I think Fox is hurting. I
They
think
are.
They
after
are
this
big time hurting.
I also saw that, but basically everyone's ratings are down. CNN's down. I think I saw 45% since Trump left office.
Yeah, because-
MSNBC's down.
Because those people wanted to see them
Boy.
bash Trump,
Yeah.
You only,
and now they don't need to
there's
anymore.
only 400,000 people that watch MSNBC and CNN. I mean, how much lower can you go?
I
I
know.
watch One American News.
Yeah, there
I
you
watched that. I watched news. I don't actually. I haven't really picked up any news yet.
no,
I've watched Newsmax,
go. Newsmax, yeah.
a couple times, but I haven't gotten back into the routine of watching it just because I'm not ready for it.
Well,
no.
the thing is with One American News, I mean, if you watch an hour of it, then they just repeat it. But they just report the news until you get to the evening,
Yeah.
and then you have what is it?
The opinion pieces, the opinion.
Then
folks.
you
Yeah.
have you have something with Stephanie Hill. Now this is a good-looking blonde chick, and we call her Susan and I call her perfect hair because it's blonde and then it
Sure.
turns and then it's darker on the inside. And it's always like and it just weighs perfect. So we call her perfect hair, and then then you go back through another hour, and then you have Real America with Dan Ball, and he's right. I mean, he was an ex-Air Force Academy. I mean, he just says it like it is.
The fact that you
Problem is,
the fact that you watch that show is highly offensive.
I know.
I mean, remember there was a
And-
coach that almost lost his job because he wore a T-shirt that said OAN
yeah.
on
Well,
it.
yeah,
yeah.
he had to give back $1 million a year of his
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah.
So I can't believe you're even admitting on air
Yeah, that's
that you
ridiculous.
listen to that
Oh yeah.
and you watch it. Wow.
Well, sometimes if I want to get some
that's
news,
bullshit.
I do.
That it
it's
irritates
total
me.
crap.
To,
We've already been over
I
this.
mean, I don't get any.
it's ridiculous.
I don't get any news from Andy Griffith, but that's just good, hard, comedy,
Wholesome,
wholesome
yeah.
comedy.
Wholesome family entertainment.
That's right.
Yeah. Agreed.
Help you
There,
raise
you
your
know what?
kids.
There really isn't much of that anymore. How many shows are out there that you would consider wholesome family entertainment?
South Park.
I don't know what your
right.
family's like.
damn.
I don't know.
I mean, really,
that's a
there's-
joke.
I mean,
I
unless,
mean, maybe Last Man Standing. I don't watch it, but I mean, I hear that's a good show.
well, that's
Yeah,
a
but
good
it's
show.
It's
but
a right wing show, though.
well, it's
whatever.
a little. It's a little more than the others, but it's not all the way there. But yes, it is. Unless you start getting into like the Hallmark Channel and stuff like that,
I'm good.
that's kind of, or maybe not even Lifetime, but the Hallmark Channel, because they have several, and that's where you find your wholesome,
You ever think
good shows these
all
days.
movies they end all exactly the same way? I mean, you watch one movie and the next one they just have a couple other characters.
what the
So
girl
I'm
gets
gonna-
the girl gets the girl
and
in the end.
there's snow.
So I'm going to share a few things about some of the shows that are coming out right now,
Okay.
without getting specific with the actual names of these shows. But like I'll just say like Netflix. It's like there's a criteria on all these shows
Yep.
that say, hey man, we have to have some diversity going on.
Oh yeah.
We have to have a couple of kissing. We have to have a
Wow.
couple, whatever. We have to have some women
What happens
kissing,
if-
Bunch of
guys
sticks?
kissing.
Wait a second. What happens if
Bundle
you
of
had,
sticks.
What happens if you had an African American woman that's a lesbian and an African American
look,
man that was gay?
My
and they
point
kissed?
is
then
that
that's 5 stars. Automatically 5 stars.
my point is they're making these movies, and look, I don't care. I don't have anything against gay people. I love them. I have some of those friends. I don't give a shit. They do not affect me in it's just it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic to have this diversity thing that they're punching
I
down.
know,
of
but they're trying to
everyone's throat.
normalize it. They're trying to make it seem for
But
the
it
rest
is-
of America
it
that
is
it is
normalized.
normal, completely normal, and
It
not
is
only normal,
normalized though,
but
they're
not only-
making it unnormalized by shoving it down everyone's throat.
right?
Let's
their-
let
their
Grandpa
goal,
die. Let's
they-
let Grandpa die with all his horrible feelings going on about gay people and black people bashing. You know, those generations will eventually just go away. So there's no sense of bringing it up. You want to get rid of racism. You want to get rid of this blackballing of different
We'll just stop
things.
talking about
Stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop making it an issue.
In my opinion, just treat everybody equally, and
yeah,
and
there's
everybody's
no reason,
going to treat everybody equally. But
There's no reason.
but
to
there are
have
people that disagree with us.
Well,
you know that.
they
right?
they
I mean,
want to push the
Why would they do-
minority
No,
and they want
no
to
one
push their
disagrees.
views on you,
right.
just like the next door, the next door thing.
thing.
You know,
yeah.
a lady.
Oh, the next
you
door
know,
app.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know. You might not have to bleep this, but our subdivision is called Plantation Resort. That doesn't mean
Oh yeah,
anything.
talk about the plantation. Yeah, that came up in one of the city
yeah.
manager meetings. That was bullshit.
Well, no, but some lady put it on next door.
Yeah.
And one
That
of
she's
my, one of-
offended.
One of our friends
Yeah.
sent it to me and said, "You live in a racist neighborhood." I said, "What?" And she
Fuck
go,
outta
and-
here.
and she goes, "Well, that name really offends me."
Get
And
the
I've
fuck
only
outta
put one comment on there, and I read it, and she goes, "Well, she did a survey. Well, 95% of the people said, no, we're not going to change it just because the 5%er want it changed." And I just wrote on there, and I said, "Look, if it bothers you that
There was
much,
5% people that objected to it.
no, 95% people said keep it like it is.
Yeah, but 5% said no.
Yeah, change the name."
Interesting.
Yeah. So I basically put my one comment on there, and I said, "Look, if the name offends you so much, why don't you sell your house? You'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can move somewhere else." But I said, "Don't push your views because it bothers you. It's a name. It's just a word."
Yo, you knew what the name was when you moved in here.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If it offended you, you
Yeah.
never would have moved
Yeah,
in
you
here.
made
It
a
offends
choice.
you.
You know,
It
it's-
offends you now.
Yeah,
It
it's
didn't
not
back
like you,
then.
It's
I mean,
not
there's
like
a marquee on the fucking front
You know
entrance.
what?
you
Yeah.
can make $200,000-$300,000 off your home. Go move somewhere else.
But you know what? I'm reflecting on actually what her post said, and it wasn't that she was offended. It was in the spirit of being woke. Like,
No,
yes,
she
it was.
said
It was
that
something. It was something
she-
like this. It was something like, "Hey guys, what do you think if we do the right thing? Because plantation has negative connotations. What if we do the right thing and we change, we change the name?
No.
Yeah, as getting swept up in the wokeness.
No,
You know what I
Screw
mean?
that.
No. She said
She didn't say it offended her.
Yeah, she
No.
said it bothered her.
You know what? I've got two
And
words. Fuck her.
she was. That's what this 1.9 trillion is.
I know.
It's a bailout
Buying
to the
votes.
Democrat things.
Buying
and,
votes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need the 1,400 now. I already bought me a boat with the other 1,200 I got.
There you go.
I
It's a
didn't
nice
get any
boat
money.
for $1,200.
Well, it went in. I mean,
Why didn't I get
sent,
money?
I sent Paula.
You made too much
Bullshit.
because you're rich.
No, I'm
you
not.
Stinking white privilege, rich bastard.
You
Yeah,
probably
he's
you
a
probably
white
did get
privilege.
money.
You
It went into your
racist.
bank.
White privilege.
It went into your bank
She-
account.
she
You just
went
never
ahead
saw it.
and- she-
It didn't go in my bank account.
That's what I mean. It went into a bank account.
And speaking of that came up the other day about. She goes, my wife goes, well, did we get a stimulus check? I said, yeah. She goes, well, I didn't see any of it. I said, well, it went into buying a boat.
Did you?
You should go look out the window.
say that?
You should say, look out the window.
Oh
There's
my
your stimulus
God.
check.
She goes, well, half of that's mine. I said, well, whenever we pay taxes, I said, oh no. I said, whenever I have to pay taxes at the end of the year, I said, I don't come to you and say, hey, will you pay your half? I just pay it.
Yeah.
She just kind of,
And ever
said-
since there's been turmoil in your household.
no. Actually, it went on. Hey, I did we get $600 one time and then something else the other. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, she just well, where's my of course, my wife retired in October
Mhm.
from school district whenever Shelley went to work.
Yeah.
And
So your wife retires and mine starts a career, and I get screwed on this deal. I'm doing laundry and running the dishwasher.
you had a
Taking
total
care
during
of-
the day,
Taking care of the dog.
taking care of the dog.
you had a total role reversal.
Total.
And speaking of that,
I'm walking around with an apron on Zoom calls.
and now your wife,
Crotchless.
Paul will call
I
and
didn't
say
that.
Paul will call her and say, hey, such and such, and kind of like when Sean took a phone call, you got to say, hey, why are you calling me? I got shit to do.
Yeah.
You're the man. Deal with it.
I wear the
Wow.
thong.
No,
in this,
I
I wear
don't-
the thong in this family.
I don't know when I'm gonna be home, but it better be hot when I get
Yeah.
there.
Hand her. Hand her.
Damn.
I like that. I like the confidence, man.
And you got to count.
I'm gonna call bullshit,
No,
but I like the confidence.
oh no, I do it to my wife all the time.
Oh, nice.
Hand her the baby issue. As soon as she walks
Yeah.
in, says, your turn.
I get one finger up.
God.
I need a massage.
Actually,
Those days were the worst. when the kids were little tiny babies and like, it's your turn to. Every request had like this devil thing to it. Like when the baby's crying, it's your turn to carry the baby around.
Well, I
Whenever
think
the baby's wet, it's your turn to throw the diaper.
I did it all day.
Yeah, I was like, why can't you just talk like a normal human? Hey, honey, do you mind? Blah 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 blah. No, it was always like,
Right.
I have
You know-
no
you know
response to that.
you know who told me those
God.
5 things? It was, and he's a great friend of mine and everything. But we were at a Christmas party, and he used to work the same company I did, and he was head of inside sales and all that, and he was making a speech,
Mhm.
and his wife was sitting right next beside me, and I hung up one finger, and his eyes got about as big as the bottom of that beer can, and he's shaking his head.
That is
no,
huge.
like, don't you even go there with the 1, 2, why are you doing?
oh, the
He talked-
famous
he-
5
he-
things.
He talked tough, but he goes, man, my wife will break my finger off and shove it up my ass
Hold on a
and
second.
then pull it out my
Hold
mouth.
on, hold on. You done?
Yeah, sorry, I was pulling a beer out of the cooler.
Well, if you're gonna make all that racket, why don't you pull another one out?
It was like you went digging.
I know.
Ah,
it's like
sounds
you went
we got a bunch
mining
of
for
pots
coal.
and pans over there.
God.
I'm sorry.
Obviously, he's not found his way around the kitchen yet.
We need to get a little fridge
apron.
up here. Little fridge could sit right there.
There you go.
That way we don't have to deal with ice or anything like that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on. So what were the 5 things?
I just told you.
Well, we only saw one figure.
That was the one thing that I told you. Why are you calling me?
Oh, okay.
I got shit to do. You're the woman. Deal with it. No,
Wow.
I don't know when I'm going to be home, but it better be hot when I get there.
Wow.
God.
Those
See,
are the keys
see,
to a long, successful
Paul's,
marriage.
Paul's wife does the opposite. You know why? You're the man. Deal with it.
Those are
Really?
going to be listed on your epitaph as she whips your ass to
Yeah,
death.
no
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah. No, actually,
I don't see that ending well in most marriages.
Well, when you wear the pants in the family, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I like that. You're so full of
Paul
shit.
Paul wears the skirt and a
So
thong.
full of shit. I'm waiting for the call. Hey man, do you have any extra room at your house?
Yeah.
Paul actually
Yeah,
wears.
why? Susan won't let me sleep here.
Oh, he said it in the wife's name.
I gave
keep
her all 5 at once, and she just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Paul actually wears the Daisy Dukes at home when he's
I
working.
wear the thong, man, the safari thong.
Your ass cheeks are kind of hanging out,
Yeah, she digs it.
all hairy.
Oh, she digs it.
You know what? That probably get us in our
Walk
next
around the house
segue, which
singing
is what,
Wham.
man manicure. You know,
Oh
you
yeah,
probably ought to do
very
something.
nice. That's
Prob-
right. That's
you
one of our
probably
top.
you probably ought to do something with that hairy ass. Maybe shave it.
Yeah,
Oh.
one of the topics we wanted to cover tonight was male manicuring, and
Yeah.
and the
And what's an automatic part of the routine?
the different things that men do to just keep themselves groomed, and it could range from anywhere from just trimming the nails to waxing the balls and stuff like that, right?
So let's just start from the top.
Well, I mean, now today, with COVID, really, it might just be just take a shower. If you don't go out of the house for a week, you might after a couple of days, you go, you know what, I might need to take a
It is
shower.
funny you say that. If you work from home full time, it's amazing how you can become like Cro-Magnon.
Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, you can become Neanderthal like in weeks.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
When you're sleeping and your legs are kind of sticking together.
Oh,
I think it's about
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's like when you think to yourself,
The
when
hell?
was the last time I
I
showered?
think I need to take a shower.
Yeah, I'll get the message from Sean. I haven't showered in like 4 days. Give me a minute. I need to go shower.
I don't go 4, 2 maybe.
You know what's funny? So my boss is like he's like militant. He wakes. It doesn't matter that he works from home full time. He's up at 6. He does his physical therapy or his workout or something. He takes a shower. He gets dressed and all this kind of stuff. And then I just fall out of bed, crawl over to the computer. You know what I mean?
God,
then-
I woke up. I took a phone call at 8:32 this morning, and I just woke up. I was like, "Hello."
Right.
Oh,
Right.
how embarrassing.
And so that's me. I'm like polar opposite of what he is like. But the problem is, 11 o'clock will roll around, and he'll be like, "Hey, you want to meet for lunch?"
And you're like,
and I'm
you're
like,
right.
I gotta trim my nose hair and shower and scrape this shit off my stomach and whatever. Oh, don't go there.
Oh, what's up with that?
That sounded
Whoa,
so
that's
bad.
so many levels. First of all,
God.
is he talking about shit or is it schmeg? Seriously, that shit.
That may be the grossest thing I've ever inadvertently said.
So is that why?
That is the
No.
grossest thing ever.
So during a Zoom, you don't have your video on, right?
No.
You definitely
Well,
don't. You don't
if
stand
I do,
up, do you?
if I do, I'm wearing a hat.
Or Shell
right?
using
I'm
your
wearing a
belly
hat.
button as a saddle. Just
Oh.
grinding that thing in there.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing there.
So
but-
are you gonna
Well,
do
you
like
said
the guy
shit
on
on your-
CNN?
God, I don't know where that came from. It
That is
sounds so
disgusting.
It's all
gross.
matted hair and kind of stuck
That's
together.
kind of what no.
It's kind of
Is
like
it
hair gel.
dreadlocks?
Okay.
It's like hair gel. You can mohawk your belly hair.
All right, so what do men normally shave?
So wait a second.
Let's
So
get
He
back
has
to the topic.
dingleberries hanging off his belly.
I tell you what, if I keep working from home, it may get to that point. It's the freaking Neanderthal, man.
Yeah.
What
It's
you gonna
bad.
you gonna get one of
gonna
those
braid.
belly button rings or something or what?
Nah, I'm good. I'm
couldn't
not really
see
into that. Buried in there.
It's all matted.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
not
no,
that
but
bad.
as far-
not that bad.
But as far as grooming, I think we all shave. I shave really once a week now.
Okay.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And I'll trim up on Mondays, and then Wednesday I let it go until Monday. So I just kind of use the electric razor on Monday. Then I do the hardcore razor blade on Wednesdays, and I'm done.
God, you know
That's
what?
it.
Yeah.
I think I may invest in. Are the electric razors getting better?
Well, I tell you what, Steven got me dialed in onto the little Gillette thing, the little green thing, and it looks like it would completely eat your face up. But it does a decent job. It's not going to get you like a razor, but it
Electric razors.
does a pretty good job. And I think it's Gillette that makes it, and It does good. You can go both ways. Does it have to go a certain way?
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul, you'll like that.
Going
Go-
both
go
ways.
Both ways. Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
Well, the point is that shaving is a hassle. Excuse me. Well, that was very hearty.
Golly.
It's a good burp.
Is it garlicky?
Remind me, never use your microphone.
Oh well, dude.
Ever.
The things that we did to your microphone when you weren't here.
That's just wrong.
No, it wasn't us. It was some. I don't know
Hey,
who
you know
was
what?
up here.
Let's just move on. So
Yeah, yeah. Let's skip that since it's like next to my mouth. That's disgusting.
It's an electric razor.
so is shit on your belly. What the hell are you talking about? All right, so those electric razors, I wouldn't mind getting one of those because if they actually work, because
I don't
I
know
don't-
anything about
That
this.
I
thing
don't
right-
have a
Oh, it's
thick
Philips
beard.
Norelco. That's what it is.
This
That thing
is
right
new
there.
to me.
I don't
I
have
have
a
one of
thick
those.
beard, but it is it's difficult to shave. I mean, I shave every day. I mean, I don't right now. I'm like you. I have to shave like 3 times a week, and if I had one of those, I could shave every day. If it was just
It's easy, and that has the
leave
one
a
I
rash or anything.
no, not at all. And that comes with an attachment that you can set the length and do your goatee as well.
Really?
Yes. So I recommend that. They're not expensive, $50 or whatever they are, $35, depending on what attachments. The heads
What
themselves
is
are about
the power, the battery, the supply.
it lasts forever. The battery does.
Oh, so it's a battery.
It's a battery, rechargeable, comes with a little stand.
Oh,
I could go 4 months before I have to charge it again.
My only fear about
But I use it
buying
once a
that
week.
because I have clippers. We have like a little bucket under my sink, and then it's a
Yeah,
collection
get
of
that.
clippers. Well, the only thing is that you got like my son.
He
Preston.
shaves his ass crack with it.
Dude, I mean, he
What?
well, not just him. Your son comes over and they shave each other.
No, they
Yes,
don't.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
What?
Ass cracks.
Yes, they do.
They
I
shave
remember
each other's
Yes, they
asses.
do.
We were over at
Okay, this is a problem.
we were over
It
at
is.
Sean's. Well, Preston's
Are they
ass
swimmers?
Is Yeti.
So are they shaving their whole body? They're swimmers?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just
I'm pretty sure you can shave your own ass crack.
Okay,
you
I
don't
don't
have
give
to
a
have
shit about
somebody
that. My
shave
point-
it for you.
My
No,
point is that
Do you use a blade?
I use
mean,
a
I hate to
specific one
cut.
for my goatee.
it's a straight
and
razor.
They are using mine, so
I use a hedge clipper.
I have to freaking go and buy a new one like every other month, and so they keep adding up, and I'm throwing them away, and it's just like, dude, that's disgusting. Stop.
Well,
Yeah,
you get it,
no.
and then
so
you
you're
hide
basically
it.
putting their ass razors on your face.
No, I'm not. That's
your
why I have
mouth.
to throw them away.
Oh.
Well, you hide it
Where you
If
smell
my
them?
boss says something,
Oh,
why
you-
do
you
why
sm-
do I need to hide my own shit in my own fucking house? You know,
because
Well,
of
I've
the
had to do
boys.
that for different things.
your booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not the booze, but
you
things.
got
I
a
tell you what,
safe in your pantry.
you know what I have to fucking hide? You know what I have to hide? I have to
What?
hide Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Oh,
Yeah, because sometimes I want Jack and Coke or bourbon and Coke, and they go through the soda so fast, I have to hide it in the
Why-
freaking
why don't-
beer.
Why don't you
in
get
the
a soda
beer.
stream?
Yeah, I thought about that.
I've got one you can have.
I can have it.
Yeah.
You just don't use it.
Oh, we don't use it anymore. You can
Nope.
have it. You can take it with you tonight.
I had one. We just gave
Is
it
it-
to
is it-
Preston. We
is
just
it-
gave it to the boys.
Is it good?
Yeah, it works.
Yes, it's the exact same thing.
You just have to
can
buy.
Can you make it like half the sugar that you normally would?
Well, you buy the diet, or you
I
buy.
don't want diet. I
You
just
you
wanna
make
do
it the
less.
taste. You say, okay, it normally takes a
I forget.
cap, and you pour it in there. If you want half a cap, you can do half a cap.
Really? So
Sure.
Yeah.
I can make a sugar drink, but I can make it with as much sugar as I want.
That's
Well,
right.
as much. It's a
You
syrup.
add syrup.
It's a syrup.
Okay.
So they have that.
I
you
think
can
I will
make
take it
You can have a pump.
if you don't mind.
The
No.
way we had this up at that filtered coffee shop at downtown McKinney. We would make these Italian sodas, and we would make them with what is it called, the soda stream.
Yeah,
Soda
the
stream.
soda stream, right?
So we would make our sodas with SodaStream. So we would literally, when people would order an Italian soda,
Mhm.
we would have like all these different syrups. What flavors would you like? And they get overwhelmed, like, oh my god, I got like a fucking 50 syrups. It's the same thing. You do 3 pumps in one soda, and you're done. So if you want like 2 pumps
Or one.
or one,
Just lightly flavored.
God bless.
yeah, it'd be like
Okay,
it'd
I'm
be like
pumped.
Coke
Because I'm
flavor.
trying to wean myself off of Coke.
Yeah.
Because I want that sweetness, right? And I can't stand diet drinks. I won't do it.
Oh yeah, diet's.
I can't do
horrible.
it.
I mean, it's
The-
not exactly like
very
it's
gassy.
the soda stream version of Coke. I think Julie
Well,
likes.
right now I'm drinking Dr. K or
Yeah, but you
whatever,
can.
you know,
You
Mr.
can buy
K
the
or
Coke.
whatever.
You're
The,
getting a lot of sugar.
You can buy
well,
Coca-Cola
I'm getting
syrup.
a ton. I'm
So
getting
that's-
38 grams of sugar in a can. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not good.
So yeah, you can
It's
control
not.
how much you put in. So if you really want it, you can put like 4 cups of it in there.
Yeah.
But it tells you how to do it, and you just have to buy the bottles. I think I've tossed all
The
my
biggest
bottles.
thing about those SodaStream, the SodaStream program, are the actual CO2 canisters that you have to purchase.
And I still have some left. There's one in there. You don't have to buy one. And what you do is you go to Target and you exchange it. A brand new one is like $30. If you go to the customer service counter and say I have an exchange, it's like $15.
Is that like a well-kept secret or something?
I don't know. We figured out.
So why? So you guys are just done with soda? Like you? That's why you don't
Well,
use
we
it
stopped
anymore?
doing it, right? Because the one that Julie was using, they either stopped making it, so she stopped drinking it.
Oh, that particular flavor.
Yeah, so she liked a particular flavor, and so it's like they stopped it or they changed something about it. She didn't like it, so we stopped using it. And we just haven't picked it up again. So
I like it. I'll give it a shot.
yeah, try it. You just have to pick up the syrups and a couple bottles.
So back to the original question.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to hide the syrup.
Paul.
They're gonna drink it straight.
Yes,
Well, yeah,
sir.
why don't you just drink Jack straight and then you eliminate the Cokes?
Yeah, well, I do that. I do drink, a cube with a cube, right? But there are some times I just want that sweet bourbon and Coke.
Yeah, you see when
know,
you have parties.
And then I hide one in the fridge, and then I go to the fridge, and frickin' my son took it.
Well, we've gone
And
out
I
we've
get
gone out
angry. I
where-
get angry.
to the local pub up the street, and we watch an '80s band or something like that, and we'll go out, we'll do a bunch of all 3 bourbon and Cokes tall.
Yeah.
And God, man, the next day,
I feel
it's not-
bad.
it's not the alcohol. I mean, we do
It's the
get
sugar.
It's the
It
sugar.
is. It's so caustic. It's so unhealthy.
I
It's
feel
so,
terrible when we do the whole Jack and Cokes all night.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
You know,
I feel-
it's different.
I feel great.
Well, maybe you're used to it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, Cokes are.
But when we
It's not
do,
good for you. I know that. It's
when
not
we
good
do
for
just
you.
the bourbons, I mean, we get drunk, but I don't really feel that bad the next day.
God, I
Except,
do.
Until you text at 4:00, I still feel like shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Just last podcast.
well, that was different.
We're
Oh,
drink-
actually, no, it wasn't. It was when you came over. It's when we were drinking on Saturday night, and you had a ton.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that now.
So yeah, you get the Soda Stream and like parties and stuff. You can just make
I drank
Coke as
half
much
a
as you want.
bottle.
Yeah, I bet you did.
of Noah's Mill.
No, that wasn't that night. It was the.
You drank half of my bottle.
It was the one that had the oak spire inside.
Oh,
the-
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's right. You started sucking on the stick.
I didn't suck on the stick that night.
You wanted to.
No, well,
You
I
wanted to.
actually I kind of did, but Paul took it out and plunged him into his rectum, and I was like, yeah.
Lots of plunging rectums tonight.
Really?
I know.
Dude.
Lots of that talk.
Look, I'm
Really?
sorry if you did want me to share it, then you need
Shut
to tell
up.
me.
I did not stick anything up my ass that night. The next night,
Man, somebody did.
I
Jeez.
pulled the spiral out of the garbage.
It's actually look. Let's back up a little bit because this is disgusting what we're talking about.
It
But
is.
the,
It really
actually
is. Why do we do
the
this?
bourbon that we had, the bourbon I was drinking that night. I forget the name of that. I want to say
Oak and
Oak-
Spire.
Eden, Oak Eden or something.
Ethan
Oak
Oaken.
and Spire.
Whatever.
Really?
Yes. I got one out there if you want to look at it. Actually, it's in the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoy it because it's a weeded bourbon,
Mhm.
and so I like the weed. I like weeded.
And we
bourbons.
found out it's blended.
Well,
The-
it's from NGP. It's a basic stock bourbon that they use.
They do not distill it themselves. They just
Right. They
flavor,
take other
flavor
people's,
it.
Yeah, they take other people's bourbon.
Oak and Spire.
They just they flavor it.
PIRE. Bourbon.
Oak and
there you go.
Spire.
There
bourbon.
it is. Oak and Spire.
Yeah. So it's a bourbon and
No, it does say
it's-
Oak and Eden.
Yeah, it does.
You were
Actually,
right.
You're right. It's Oak
bitch.
and Eden.
Boom.
Oh yeah. well.
Told you, Paul.
I
God.
Finish
can't
whiskey.
believe it. I can't believe I was right.
So they have a toasted oak spire in there. If you guys don't know what a spire is, it's basically a stick of oak that they put it's like a spiral keep
Oh, right there.
bacteria. You know
Yeah.
what that is?
Yeah.
It's for additional flavor and color.
Additional
It
oak-
works.
oak-
Kind of
It's
like the
very
worm with
oaky.
the tequila.
Except
I don't think that's
yeah.
for color or flavor.
What the hell is? Why do they
Yeah,
put a worm inside
That's
of
a
tequila?
great question. I'm sure one of our listeners knows. I do
don't know.
not.
I know I've
Well,
eaten
because
one.
you get a treat at the end.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Are you
it's-
supposed to eat the worm?
I've eaten it.
You can,
it's like a
and it's
fucking
full
oyster.
of it's full of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
like like
carcinogens
zinc and magnesium.
Well,
Yeah.
it cleanses your body.
I'm sure it does.
Oh.
It's got
cleansing.
chondroitin.
Because after you eat
Really?
it,
Conjointing.
after you eat it, you purge like a motherfucker.
God.
Well, you look at it this way. After
That's
you
So
add
it says the worm is actually added for flavor. This is the
Look at
claim that
that.
all worm using mezcal producers make. The worm will
Yeah,
give you
it's a mezcal.
powers around the globe of ours. There are those who believe that they're
Oh.
drinking a spirit that contains the essence
What
of a
the
certain
hell?
animal.
Okay, that
hey,
that
what,
website has absolutely no credibility.
hey, what type
No.
of worm is it?
don't
I mean, it's
Uh,
not an earthworm.
Oh, it says it's a larva of a moth referred to as a gusano.
It changed the flavor back in the 1940s. It was a mistake, but he found out that it changed the flavor to something better.
Yeah,
Oh.
There's that
That's disgusting.
Jacobo.
Well,
Jacobo.
Well, it's Jacobo Lozano Paez. Well, whatever. So basically, this guy was making tequila, and he was kind of like, "Son of a bitch, you didn't clean out the fucking bottles again, did you?"
All right, Scarface.
Yeah, why did you get?
No, I'm just saying. He was probably talking to one of his kids, and he was like, "Yeah, you didn't clean out the bottles again. There's a fucking worm in here. What's wrong with you?" And so he was like, "Oh my god,
Did he say the F
this
word?
worm is fantastic." Oh, he probably said "beanchy."
Probably.
Yeah.
Paul, that's why we're growing an agave plant. I mean, we're going to come out with
You're
you know,
growing an agave? Is it a
yeah.
blue agave?
Well, we'll make our own tequila.
Very nice.
I mean, from one agave, how much tequila can you get?
I think
Probably
Maybe
a
a
shot.
shot?
Yeah.
yeah, three ounces.
3 ounces.
Well, look at the agave plant he has.
it's very dangerous
produced.
looking.
It's
Hey, trust me, I've
it's
been
like a
stabbed by ours.
cactus.
Well, no, it's got like
You have one?
blades.
Yeah, we've
So
got one.
do-
We've got one big one in the back, and then it started having little offsprings over here and over
Oh.
there. So we took those.
Are
and
they
took
like
them out front.
yuccas?
Oh, you transplanted
hey,
it? Nice.
Click on that picture right there, that agave tequila picture.
Tequilana.
Tequila. Canalana.
Yeah, those are those. You can like
Those are
impale
sharp.
yourself.
Yeah.
All
you
right, so
fall
it's
in that-
agave tequilana. It's tequila and then an A at the end of it.
Tequilana. Tequilana.
Tequilana. I don't know what you have to say
See,
like that.
that's why you have all the sharp points, because it's connected. It's protecting the bud. That's where the tequila.
Because that's what
Yeah,
you
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 can't
dig the
get in
whole you
there.
dig the whole plant up. I think.
Yeah, you dig the whole plant up, and then you chop off all the top, the where they get the tequilas from the bottom underground.
Well, they ferment that. That's
Yeah.
what
Really?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
a
look
big.
at you, Mr. Tequila-enologist.
I saw it on TV.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah?
I
It's
saw
a
the commercial.
documentary.
Commercial.
Yeah,
I like watching documentaries.
yeah.
I do as
Nice.
well.
I'm huge on documentaries. I
I
love documentaries.
I would watch them. I just don't.
Why not?
You know,
Yeah.
There's not a choice.
My- when-
It's not on my list.
when I go to my parents, my dad's
You have a
always
list?
always watching how things are made.
Oh, that's a fun show.
I like
yeah,
that.
I mean, he
That is
always
a
watching
great
that.
show.
So you learn about a lot of stuff.
You know, it's funny because our children are getting more and more disconnected from real world. Like all they do is go to a grocery store and they pick up a package, having no idea where it comes from, how it's
Hey,
processed.
producer, can you turn off the fan?
Are you cold?
My nipples are getting hard.
Oh,
Are you getting nipple blades?
that's adorable.
Yeah.
Hard nipples.
Sean is
Are you
typical.
getting excited? 'Cause you've
No,
been talking
he-
about Paul's
he is.
ass and everything going
No,
up
he's
it.
been talking about a spiral thing that he shoves up his ass.
Well, Sean typically gets naked while he's doing this
And
podcast.
as soon as he
I
does
do.
that,
Really?
the first thing that
Yes.
happens
I
is your
do.
nipples get hard. That's
Now, the first thing I do
that
when I get
happens.
up here is I take my shoes off and then my pants.
He's done
Yeah.
that. He did a podcast without his pants on.
I know-
Really?
Yeah.
We-
So he just kind of loosens them a little bit. So
Well, we protested the whole time.
Yeah.
so he's what is that?
Unsticks the ball sack from the leg. It's kind of
Yeah.
nasty.
Okay, what is your obsession with the words ball
No,
sack?
that was the
I didn't
You
say,
say that. That's another one. You
No.
say. You say all nude.
Well, that's how I got.
and ball sack.
That's how
Every
I got
podcast.
My,
It's like finding.
I
What's
got
that?
my
Wells
fantasy
Waldo.
football team based on my ball sack
our-
sticking to my leg.
Well,
It's
Yeah,
called
he says it.
Batwing.
Well, he said it. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
bat wings.
whatever. I'm just saying we could go through. Our listeners could go through every podcast doing like a Where's Waldo game, like a drinking game.
And
Every
you gotta-
time Jeff
you gotta
says,
say pube.
yeah. Every time you say puba, and ball sack,
I've never said pupa.
puba. You said it last podcast.
That's pupa.
Pu-
Pupa is like one of the stages that a
Pube.
butterfly goes through.
yeah.
And what's interesting is the way you change your inflection when you're talking about something. You know, you're like, oh, you know, when you're shaving and blah, blah, and you get to your pube. It doesn't make sense. It's like
I
so
don't know.
forceful. Ball sack.
All right. Thank
So have you ever shaved your ball sack?
I
Are
have.
you looking at me?
Yeah, Paul.
I have.
Paul.
And you know what?
I think we all
I've
have.
shaved it with
Yeah.
a straight razor too.
Oh, no.
I'm a brave mofo.
Why would you do that?
It was a I don't know. I just
Is it
did it.
dare?
No, I just fucking did it.
Did you nick
Wow.
it?
Wait, hold
No.
on. So you squirted like
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
shaving
whoa, whoa,
cream
whoa, whoa,
all
whoa,
over your
whoa.
balls?
You just
Or did you
in this conversation,
Did you
just
dry
eliminate
shave?
the word squirt.
Did you kind of like stretch your?
Squirt
Did
it
you have
all
to
over the
stretch your
place.
ball sack out really far?
There it is. There's ball
I did.
sack.
I did.
You stretched out your
Okay.
ball sack and shaved your pubes.
Oh, dude, after
Okay.
you get a certain age, man, you could take your balls are like it's like a can of silly putty. You could just
Like-
stretch that shit
Then
out.
stand on it.
Oh yeah.
So you basically
You could put it on a newspaper.
So
I could have a
On a
small
comic strip.
kangaroo.
And then you can stretch Beetle Bailey's face.
What have you been doing down here? Oh yeah, sorry.
Come look at this.
I
Look at
got
Beetle
into the
Bailey.
cartoons again, honey.
So you just made yourself the bald eagle just for no reason.
Gross.
You know, I
Well,
mean,
it
if you're
actually-
gonna do it, you got to have a reason. I mean, you
Well,
know, whenever I did it, I was getting fixed.
Well, the first time I've
whenever
ever
my
done
wife was 8 months pregnant, she
we,
took me in there.
we had sex, and it
Oh,
was
boy.
kind of cool because it was different. But
Oh boy.
after like the hair starts growing back,
Yeah.
I think it's
then-
pretty painful.
well,
It's itchy for
it's-
the woman.
it's a little itchy, and it's a little Barbie. How does that?
She had
Bar-
like a-
Barbary.
It's
Pokey.
Barbary.
It's
She had like a
pokey.
big rash on
Was
her
that where
forehead.
Barbary pirates came from? They're
Yes.
really
I don't
prickly?
know. Yeah, they're prickly.
Shaved scrotums. That's why the Barbary
Yeah.
You
pilots.
guys didn't catch that. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
god,
repeat it.
that's the name of our new band,
What's that?
the Shaved Scrotums.
Yeah, we've come up with some pretty interesting band
Yeah.
names over the years, haven't we? Of course, we have no band, but it's still fun to have band names.
Well,
Yes.
we're getting the equipment to. Hopefully
no, we're
someday.
really not.
We've talked about this for
No, we-
years.
Yeah, we're not. We're not going to learn instruments and be a band. That's called the Shaved Ball Sacks.
Well, then we can play Guitar Hero.
And then Paul came up with the record cover of the, you know what that was.
Oh God,
I don't remember.
the two
Yes.
penis heads that was cut
No,
in half.
no. That's on you, bro.
No, that is on you, Jeff. Jeff found that.
That is ridiculous.
Don't even, Brian. I don't know if you could pull that up. I know the producer
no,
could
no, we're
find
not
it,
picking.
but
We're not pulling up
It's
anything.
basically they show two penis shafts
Oh,
with
come
a
on.
head, and the tip of the head
I
was
don't need to
cut in
relive this.
half.
Oh,
And they took the two penises and pushed them together so they were infused.
Come on.
One was hugging the
and then you
other.
had two, so it looked like a skateboard.
So there was the left lip kissing the right lip of the other dick. It was
Oh.
It looked
horrifying.
awful.
It was.
I've never been in a texting situation where I get pictures that like really affect me. Like it's
Yes.
awful.
That is, what did you
so
call it?
Are you
call
seeing
it-
pics from you know, our buddy that sends Jim Brown everywhere? You know, the African American that has the long dong.
Oh, that's
Oh,
wood. His name is
BBD.
Wood.
John
Wood.
Wood.
We
or-
call that BBD,
Yeah.
big black dick.
Dong.
yeah,
That
that gets around a lot.
that meme is like exhausting.
Yeah, but they
It's
are
clever as
finding,
hell.
They're finding super creative ways to
Yes.
just
Well,
insert it into everything.
the
It's
best-
amazing.
The
The
best
new-
one I ever saw was a radar, a weather report.
I've seen that one.
And the radar, and then it's the big BBD floats in. I'm like, really? I get nailed on it like a lot.
I
a
like the
lot.
Zoom meeting that he populates on one of the screens.
Oh, no.
They also did it on the NFL draft last year. There was a picture. So, you know, the NFL draft had all the fans on the thing. And you saw him in one of the things.
Did they really? Oh wow.
so bad.
See, that's why I
Yeah.
never turn my camera on.
Yeah. So the new one is the Bernie meme. That one's getting with him and his
That's
little
already old.
him and his little mittens. But you're seeing that
Dude,
everywhere
I'll tell
now.
you what,
They
Where's
put-
that?
the
they
one
Pull
that
that up.
the one
Bernie
that made
meme.
me laugh out loud was
BERI
Hawkinstong or whatever it is.
Oh, is that
But
him
the
sitting in-
Hawkinstong or whatever
No,
it is.
Gangnam
the Korean
Style.
Gangnam Style or whatever
that-
it is. I
is
don't
that
know.
it right there?
Gangnam
Yeah.
style.
Okay. Do the meme of him doing the
The
Gangnam style.
Gangnam style.
What the hell is it? I don't know how to say
type
it.
in GHA.
Well, there was a picture of that. He was looked like he was sitting up there in
No,
the
that's
Green
good. Just
Bay
hit that.
game.
I don't
Just
know.
hit that.
It's not
so-
Gangnam.
There it is.
On the
All
far
the way on
left.
the left. I laughed 100% out loud. That was great.
Oh,
That is
man.
good.
That is great.
So they got a picture of what is that guy's name? What is his name?
Oh, I don't know who sings
He's a
it.
Korean dude, right?
Yeah.
And he made a ton of money.
Well, he was actually like on. It wasn't Star Search. It was like
their version
Something's
of
Got
it.
Talent.
Yeah.
And he went up there and he was fucking horrible, but he had so much showmanship.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
much energy that
and
they
then
were
he-
like, "Fuck it, man! Give him a
Well, no,
contract."
then he made that video. I don't know. It's tied. I don't know if it was tied to a show. He made the video.
No, he what was it? Click on that again.
It was huge.
What
you know
is
what I'm
his
talking.
name?
Know, Brian, you
What?
know what we're talking about, right?
What?
Gangnam Style.
Help
Oh
me,
yeah,
help me here.
it's Psy.
Play
The
the
guy's
damn-
name is
play-
the guy's name is Psy.
Open Gangnam Style.
Play the song.
That's him.
Play the song.
No, if I
We're,
want,
we're not
if I-
going to recognize it unless you
if
play the
I want to
song.
listen to a Korean sing, I'll just go to my parents' house because next door
Yes, you
they
told me
sing karaoke, and I have not recorded it yet, but it reminds me of Rush Hour. Whenever they're singing,
That's not it.
That's not it. You got to do the real one.
Or it reminds me of A Christmas Story. Y'all were talking about that.
Oh, that's it.
Maybe it
and
is
they,
it.
and they were singing fa ra 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 ra
Yes.
ra ra ra.
They were not.
Oh yeah, they one guy my mom says is really good.
All right.
Yeah.
And everybody instantly knows what this is. This guy is a multi-millionaire because of this one video, one song.
All right, so what's his name? His name's Psy.
Yeah.
So
See-
we
see,
need.
if
How
you
did he
put-
get his start? He got his start on a
Put Bernie
talent
Sanders'
search.
head right there. That'd be funny.
And it's just him
It's just
doing that little
it's
stupid
so
dance.
stupid.
Look, he's in
Yeah.
America. He ought to be speaking English.
He's not.
He's not. He's a Korean.
I know.
Yeah. It's pretty damn funny, man. All right.
Even my
All
dad.
right,
Even my
all
dad
All right,
knows
so you
this.
got your own version of that at your parents' house.
Oh,
At the neighbors.
And you talking about, man, they can fill up like 3 trash cans of beer.
Producer,
That's
find out where
fun,
you got
man.
to start.
I need to go over there and I'm just going to video them. But, whenever it gets about 2 or 3 in the morning, it's,
They get obnoxious.
yeah, it's not too much fun. You have to go out
That
there
is
and tell
fun,
'em.
though.
But, I mean,
I tell you what, in general, and I'm
not.
not being racist, but in general, Asian Americans or Asians in general, they love the karaoke, man.
Oh, yeah.
They love it. And Sean, you should know this, right? You did karaoke for years and years and years, right?
Yeah,
Were there a lot of Asians?
there
Or maybe that just wasn't.
there were not a lot of Asians, but let me tell you, there are a lot of Asians that do karaoke. They just never really showed up at my show. The ones that they did,
They do it at home, maybe.
Well, the thing is that there were some that went out there, but I'm trying to think. There was this one Asian dude. He was sang fantastic, but there was a song by Peter Frampton that he would sing. And it was like rah 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 rah, and he would. It was funny, and I wasn't sure if he.
Are you
did
talking
it
about the
on
one where the
purpose.
guitar sounds like a human voice?
Yeah,
He's using the Vox box, right?
Well, no, the lead singer for Journey now. What is
He's Filipino.
He's
Filipino.
Filipino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I found that dude on YouTube. It's crazy, right?
Now,
I think
he
we're-
did
I think
sound
we're-
good. He
Oh, he does. Yeah, he sounds good. I saw him in concert. It was good.
Yeah, we did.
So hold
Oh,
on.
we-
I was
oh.
there. Yeah, you were trying to fight with the people behind
No,
us.
I was trying to stop them from fighting.
I don't know about that.
I did stop them from
I
fighting.
don't know.
I'm the ultimate peacemaker. Everywhere I go.
You know, he spent half the concert turned around.
No, I
you know,
didn't.
and
Not
he
true.
was John, and
That's not true.
of course you couldn't hear
Let's
him
scroll down.
because the guitar was so loud.
Oh, that's right. It was horrible.
I know.
What the concert was?
Now that I'm remembering. All right, so Def Leppard opened for Journey.
They were good.
Def Leppard was amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Journey sucked horribly because all the sound was focused on the lead guitarist, who's the original guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Neil Schon, right?
Yeah,
And
you couldn't
it
even
was-
hear the guy.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
So the
You know, I
mix
saw-
mix was bad.
Huh?
So the mix was bad.
That's correct.
Yeah.
The soundboard, or the
Yeah.
sound people.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, I think we might be at the halfway mark.
We are at the halfway mark.
Journey Live was good with Steve Perry.
Well,
I saw
I-
him back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You
well,
didn't? You actually saw Steve Perry live?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's
Took
a treat.
my wife and I. We saw Journey, and yeah, it was with Steve Perry.
You know, when we come back, let's talk about our best concerts. Let's open with our best concerts. When
All
we
right.
come back.
All right.
All right, we're at the halfway mark, so we'll see you.
Okay.
We'll see
All
you
right.
at the next podcast.
Bye bye.
Bye.